Okay, the next part. But just listen. I am not joking when I tell you the hairs on my arms stood on end. Even Will looked a bit shaken, which is not like him at all. He called our dog Diego for company and went upstairs to investigate. Okay, a few things to point out here before we try this together. Firstly, I didn't use a contraction with I am. I am. You probably know that we almost always use contractions rather than full forms when we're speaking, especially in informal situations. But here I choose to use the full form for emphasis. I also stressed not. You also heard a simulation with the word on my, then and in on become in on my, become an on my. There are also examples of intrusion in the text. I am my arms to investigate between I am and my arms. I insert a U sound between to and investigate. To investigate between I am and my arms. I insert a U sound and between to and investigate. To investigate, there was a W sound. Now let's practice together. I am not joking when I tell you the hairs on my arms stood on end. Even Will looked a bit shaken, which is not like him at all. He called our dog Diego for company and went upstairs to investigate. Great. Okay, here's the final part of my story and your shadowing exercise. Listen first. Moments later, Diego came bounding down the stairs with a tennis ball in his mouth. What do you know? What do you know? A bunch of tennis balls had fallen off the top of the wardrobe and rolled down the landing. And there you have it. Will and I felt a bit silly, but Diego was really happy. Alright, before you do your final shadowing, there are just a few things to point out. 1. Notice how I said, what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? This is an informal contraction and these are really common in speech. And the final thing is that I said tennis balls fallen. Tennis balls fallen. Balls had a weak form. Instead of saying balls, had balls hand. Okay, do it with me. Let's go your final shadowing practice. Moment later, Diego came bounding down the stairs with a tennis ball in his mouth. What do you know? A bunch of tennis balls fallen off the top of the wardrobe and rolled down the landing. Okay, how did you do? Were you able to speak along with me? If not, don't worry. Shadowing is quiet and advanced technique, and it takes the time and practice and a bit of humility to master. But it's a really valuable way to practice a lot of different features of pronunciation and to try to sound a bit more like a native speaker if that's what you're looking to achieve. Let me know if you enjoyed this lesson and if you'd like to do some more shadowing lessons. I'd love to make them for you. Okay, this is our lesson today from me about shadowing. Here I am still studying too. I am learning to hear and then we are learning together. So wait me for the next lesson. Bye. Thank you.